while everyone's thinking and telling out loud saying that AI is stealing their jobs or going to replace their jobs, but actually smart businesses are thinking in a different way. Their question is going to be is, how do I make my employees 10x more effective? So here are some 5 points that I'm going to discuss during this video. In my opinion, what are the 5 categories or the keys points that businesses are looking in 2026 with AI automation? Let's start off with the first one. The first one would be is decision support, right? Businesses don't want AI to make their decisions, but they want they want the AI to be as smart as any assistant and doing the heavy lifting and heavy loading for them so that they can prioritize and focus on other aspects or other areas of the business, right? It could be the growth part, the strategy part, the sales part, maybe getting in more businesses, getting in more leads, and any other ways I think you will look at. Let me give you an example, right? So I think in this decision support would be is where the sales team or the sales manager doesn't want to send out emails via AI automatically. They want to analyze once the emails are sent by themselves. They want to analyze on what's the best timing, what's the best practices, what are the people looking at, clicking at, and so on. When they get that analysis, then they can get an AI to write a draft. Then they'll be able to send it out to maybe thousands and thousands of one. And you're personalizing and tailoring it to that individual rather than sending a bulk email out with a standardized template. I think this is the first main thing I would talk about. So the second point I would like to talk about would be is automating repetitive or boring stuff or tasks you can call them, right? For example, it could be data entry, invoice processing, scheduling appointments, meetings, minutes of meetings, right? Answering the customers the same questions that they've asked to multiple customers. So what if you have an receptionist and an AI or a customer support like an AI that chats with you, answers all your questions, right? Downloads or records all the conversations, sends it to you, and then you can actually focus on many other things. So in this case, you'll be saving maybe 70 to 80% of it, right? You could maybe focus on maybe the sales team could focus on how do you convert those sales, right? How do you increase the numbers, right? For a marketing person could be is how do you get better quality leads, and so on, right? This is what I would think the second point would be working on. So third point I would look at is easy integration. This is basically no current company wants to burn down their current system at the moment, right? So they might have a CRM or a process that they've already implemented that might have taken 4 to 6 months, right? And then get it running, get everyone in the company to use it. It would have taken this long, right? They don't want to run that down and create a new one from scratch. They would probably want to add AI to their current system or CRM, right? And to make it better. So how they can effectively use that particular system, right? It could be maybe data entry logging, right? You could maybe have like a voice agent, and then when you're having a call with the customer, it could be recorded, it could summarize it, and then it could automatically put onto the data and a human can verify it. So something along those lines would be, I think, very useful to any businesses. So the fourth I would look at is personalization at scale. So in this case, what I do is where you want to treat every single customer like it's one and only of your customers, right? That means you don't want to obviously hire 10,000, 20,000 account managers for it, but that one particular account manager should be able to personalize and tailor it to each and individual of the customers, right? So an example could be is, say if Raj likes text over maybe phone call, right? And Pranav orders these parts every Thursday. these manufacturing parts every Thursday, right? So you can get an AI to learn all of these so that it can work for you, and you are like the final decision maker at the end. So the more examples that you tailor the AI, the more examples, instructions you give it, it gives you a better output because it's learning from the customers and from your behavior. So both. So using that, I think fourth point is more personalized by scale. Final part, the fifth, would be is predictive intelligence. So seeing around corners before the problem hits. So for example, if the inventory is running low next week, it, if you have an AI added there, it can notify you saying, yes, after a certain point, yep, there is low inventory. Or it could be if a customer's cancelled a certain subscription, then you can get notified with it. Then you could maybe send out an email to them, right? So these are the various parts where you're trying to find the problem and before maybe the client, so that you can solve it before it reaches a stage where the customer or the client or the user finds out this has happened and then complains on it over social media, or complains it to you and so on. Better you find the problem first, fix it, and then the problems never happened, right? So to conclude all of this, I would say the top five, yeah, as we mentioned, would be the main key points in my opinion. And in 2026, businesses are just not chasing or fantasizing about AI or AI automation, but they want a practical AI that makes their people more effective. I would say more 10x effective, and how they're able to learn and adapt with AI and work better. So let me know what you think, right? Comment below, and I would like to know what you guys think about what your top five could be for your businesses or in general. If you found this helpful, please do like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you until next time. Pranav, Automate.